Ah, look who it is. You've caught me completely off guard this time. But then again, it's always a pleasant surprise when you two show up. Maybe we should let the star of the story explain it in their own words.
It said, well, it was a bunch of stuff I didn't understand.
You couldn't understand? Then it must have been talking about how to avoid solitary confinement. Just saying, we don't want to let a teachable moment slip by. The Knights of Favonius could never agree to send Kaeya off to Sumeru on her own, but Kaeya is rather intent on taking Alice's friend up on this invitation. You see? So we were wondering, who can we send with her on the journey? Preferably someone who's a reliable hero and with a history of saving Mondstadt. See, I told you that she'd agree. In that case, we'll leave Kaeya in the trusty hands of the Traveler.
And you too, Kaeya. You should join them. I noticed you quietly completed that backlog of paperwork we had. You deserve the chance to unwind a little.
Oh, so you noticed. Well then, I suppose I have no reason to refuse.
Great! Things will go even more smoothly with Kaeya around.
Sounds very mysterious. I still think we should use it sparingly. After all, we don't know the exact location of where we'll be headed, or what dangers we may encounter on the way. Here's what I suggest. Traveler, you're well connected. I'm sure you must have friends who are familiar with Sumeru. I say we start by teleporting to one of them. It'll give us a chance to test out the magic invite, and also find ourselves a local guide. Couldn't have put it better myself, Paimon. So, do you have a particular contact in mind? We should be on our way then. If you'll excuse us, Acting Grandmaster.
Great! Okay, here goes nothing. Take us to... Gandharvaville!
Gandharvaville.
Grand Arbor Hill! Huh? No, it's not a hill! Ah, wait!
Fascinating. One moment we're in Mondstadt, the next we're in Sumeru. Listen carefully, Kaeya. Those jumping mushrooms are called fungi. They may look cute, but if you get too close to one, it'll try to hit you with its cap.
Really? Okay, well, I'll hit it back with my cap. And then I'll hit it with the hood on my jacket, too. I'll definitely win if it's two hats against one. Yep, I'm super grown up. I'm already the Spark Knight.
What a coincidence. I didn't expect to run into a fellow Favonian captain this far from Mondstadt. How's the vacation going?
Seriously? Bring the whole crew, why don't you?
Great. Well, I'm sure there's a fascinating reason behind why you're all the way out here in Sumeru. Do share it with us. Oh-ho. If this is true, then your cousin is quite a man of action. Traveling alone to Sumeru from Mondstadt is no mean feat. We have every confidence in your abilities, Kaeya. Our party grows bigger and stronger still. What say you to this, Captain Kaeya? Yes, the scenery is quite magnificent. Kaeya's right. We're in the right place. There's no doubt about that. We should have found something by now. Unless there's a problem with the magic invite. Interesting approach. Assuming we're right about this magic invite. That is to say, if it was sent from within the domain, the invite likely has some sort of connection to it. Remarkably effective. That's one trick I'll be keeping up my sleeve in the future. You should make a note of it too, Eula.
Absolutely not. It's not my style.
Don't worry, Kaeya. I can tell you all about the story of the magic bottle. But if you keep running off on your own, you'll miss all the good parts.
It's so big that we could probably pass straight through it. That's so scary! Stop giving Paimon the heebie-jeebies!
I have a feeling that this could be the core that sustains this entire bottle domain. In which case, the moment we touch it, this place will instantly revert to its original size, with all of us still inside. Of course not, Klee. I'm sure the real core of this domain is hidden away in a very safe place. Somewhere like... over there, for example. Oh dear. I don't know about anyone else, but I'm not understanding a word of this. When you're walking around in Mondstadt City, sometimes a cat will show up on the side of the road. It'll walk ahead of you for a while, and if you're curious enough to follow it, you'll soon find yourself in front of a fine establishment called... Exactly. So let's see where this water droplet takes us. It could be interesting. Do we need to find a key of some sort then? A two-dimensional space with objects of the same composition as the device nested inside. Hold on, I think Klee's onto something. Since the water droplet appears to be the key that activated the mechanism, we may be able to follow it inside simply by touching the device. The principle is no different than how we entered this bottle domain. Hey now, I only suggested that because I was confident that the traveler would be fine. Indeed. Wisdom is an important attribute found in military generals. Master thief, huh? I did like playing pirates as a child, so I suppose this is an apt role for me. And I must admit, the master part is a nice touch.
Hold on a second. Are you saying the position of knight is now filled?
Yula can be the sword master who can cut through anything and also gets to wear a super sparkly cape.
That's more like it.
I got it! This wasn't in any of the stories, but you can be the mascot.
Mascot?
Klee, maybe you could think up an even better role for Miss Edea.
Thanks, water droplet. See ya!
We keep getting sidetracked, but I believe you were saying something about being in a difficult predicament. Is something wrong with the Valyria Mirage?
Wait! You look kinda like a mermaid. Are there fish in your family?
Oh, sorry to disappoint you, Miss Mage, but I'm just an ordinary human.
Feeling nervous, Kaeya? Well, it's your first time as a guide, after all. Well, the easiest way to imitate someone is to start with their most common turns of phrase. There you go. With just a few simple words, you've captured your master's personality perfectly. Maybe not. Until you factor in that I only steal from the enemy. I think that's enough to make me one of the good guys, don't you?
Who else has visited the Valyria Mirage recently? There was someone from the academia who came not long ago. A Kasharawar scholar. Blonde hair. Architect, I think. He was a huge help and redesigned many of the buildings here. Although he was always grumbling to himself, he was extremely diligent in his work. What a kind person. I could tell that was a sensitive soul. A lot like me.
It just means we mustn't forget to do it. Don't worry. We can handle that.
Finally, we have our general, Miss Sangonomiya, and our knight, the Traveler. If there's no objections, please come with me to retrieve the first component.
You got it! I'll take extra special care of Kaeya.
I'll be on my best behavior. Hey, how'd it go? Impressive. I doubt you'd find many other knights of such caliber even among the Knights of Favonius. Just before the canyon appeared, I heard a faint sound, like something mechanical turning. Oh? And why is that?
Yeah. Sorry, I don't think we have the right materials for that.
Really? Hey everyone, come and see what Klee made. So someone needs to go into the preprint and rescue the Hydroidolin, right? If you ask me, you're clearly a sharp person, Ferdinand.
You're one to talk. What have you managed to accomplish, huh? You were here just moping around all day.
Speaking of Hado, wasn't he with you? Seriously? Couldn't you have at least looked to see where he was before you left?
Klee? All right, I think we've heard enough from you two. If you insist on bickering, then I'd suggest you go somewhere else. Otherwise, I'll just cool you two off myself. Now, come with me. I'd like to have a word with you.
But in my experience, family issues can be the toughest to resolve.
Back to the topic at hand. Weren't you about to go look for your brother Hado? Sorry to bother our young mage, but there's something a master thief would like to report. Do you still remember our mission? We're supposed to be helping Adia look for the missing components. But don't worry, I've already got one. I didn't have to go that far. In fact, the component we were searching for was actually that orange rope. If anything, you could say it came right into our hands at the right time. Let's head back and give it to Adia. Seems she had a little too much fun and now she's about to crash. I think it's time for a rest. Then we'll see you later.
Bye, Miss Honorary Knight. Bye, everyone.